Well, hi there, folks. This is your host, Tiny Jester. Welcome back to Marvel Heroes. Still looking at Iceman, the brand new hero that was released last Thursday. So, actually, Thursday night, Friday morning, I guess. It was a little bit delayed. It's been delayed for a few weeks. They've been using it that extra time to test and try to get it to come out perfectly. But unfortunately, from what I understand, there's at least 5 pretty serious issues with his powers and stuff. I won't really get into that. Anyways, we are level 55 here. I just deal with whatever issues he comes out with. I guess some of the powers aren't working right. You know, same thing as the last couple heroes. It seems like they just don't have their Q&A quite where it needs to be. So, yeah, kind of a little disappointing, but that's the way it is. Anyways, we're level 55. We're not working on any specific build or anything. We are just leveling this character up. Didn't do much work on him the last couple days, but trying to get him up to level 60. We're almost there. We're at level 55, but we have unlocked his Age of Iceman. So, the entire area is subject to a glacial downpour of epic proportions and summon a small army of clones to overwhelm foes. So it does damage over time, 25 seconds. Some Iceman clones that do a little bit of damage. Yeah, I've tried it a couple times. It's nothing that great, but we'll go ahead and check it out. Here it is. So you see our screen kind of has that little frozen aura around it, so that's kind of cool. Kind of gives you that frozen over look, which is pretty cool. Of course, everything in the area is subject to like a freeze duration, and you see our little clones following me around there. You see them starting to disappear, and yep, that looks like they're all gone. So that was it. That was our ultimates. But we'll go ahead and give you a little bit more action here. So let's back out of here just to show you what we kind of have going on. This is not a build. Don't ask me about my build or anything like that. Don't really work on that as I'm leveling the characters, because I want to try the different powers, see what they do, because sometimes, you know, the description doesn't give it its full potential. I want to see some of it in action. So anyways, we are using the weapon focus passive. Again, you can only use either the summon, the weapon focus, or the beam focus. So if you're going to be ranged, melee, or if you're going to concentrate on summon characters. We're concentrating on melee. So we're using the Glacial Slam, which is basically ability to kind of leap open one area and come down like a giant icicle. We're using our Frozen Blades right now. I know this power has got some issues going on with it. Again, some of the powers are not working correctly, and of course we're using our Frozen Lance, which is pretty good. Lets us, once the enemy's frozen, it'll do extra damage. And this power, Frozen Lance, does the exact same thing as this power, Arctic Wave. This power, for some reason, gives us a more damage, and it gives us an attack speed. This gives us less damage, and there's a 3-second cooldown. So I'm not sure why I would ever want to use this power over this one. So as you can see, it basically does the exact same thing. Shatter, 100% increased damage versus frozen enemies, consuming all frozen and chilled stacks. Same thing there. You can see the damage, 39 to 58. This one has actually got not as many points, but I stopped putting points into it when I realized that they were the same power. The problem with this one is the 3-second cooldown, which really sucks, because, you know, if you're freezing people, you want to be able to blast them. And since this has got a 3-second cooldown, now I guess one of the differences could be made that this is more of a single target one. This is more like a fan out in front of you. So there's like an arc in front of you. So I guess it could possibly hit more targets. This is more like a direct line in front of you. It comes out. In fact, we will show you what it looks like. So this one comes out like this. So you can see it's more or less kind of, I guess, similar to like a line. If we look at the other one, which is the Arctic Wave, we will look at this one. See, it's more of a fan, but you see how much shorter it is. And of course I gotta wait. So I guess you would have, you know, more enemies around you, then you might be able to do that. But it's like, okay, I have to wait 3 seconds. Doesn't do as much damage. I don't know. Anyways. So I'm not using Arctic Wave, using the Frozen Lance. Again, I think these powers are just basically the same thing, which is kind of disappointing. So we're using the Frozen Blades, which is a melee basic, just because he's so spirit poor. I think part of the reason he's spirit poor is obviously his powers are not quite finely tuned as they should be. We were using this Icy Arsenal, which I do like. It does some pretty good damage. It gives us a nice 25% extra after we shatter an enemy. So if we have that shattering Frozen Lance power there, we Frozen Lance him and then use the Icy Arsenal. So one of the things I've done to try and alleviate that, obviously, is we got a River of Souls, which costs, you know, a little bit less mana, gives us some extra spirit, gives us some spirit when we hit enemies. So we'll go ahead and switch back to our Icy Lance and see if we can keep up with our attack here. Well, we'll see. I do like it because it's like a 360-degree arc around us, so if we can get in the middle of a bunch of enemies, obviously that's a good thing. Plus it does a lot more damage than our basic attack. I don't usually like using basic attacks with our heroes, but you know. And I like the, obviously I love the little effect. Plus, you know, the 360 degrees around us is awesome. So, actually, what do we got for our legendary class? Good lord. I'm going to switch back to a Midtown Patrol 1, because we're trying to level our character up here. Midtown, there we go. Demons and Sorcerers. I'm not sure how many of these we'll actually see. Well, we'll let it run for a little bit and see if we come across some of these guys. As far as our stats wise, we got a 6, 6, 8, 4, 18, because we got quite a big bonus in our energy and intelligence of 4. Now we're down to 16. We had a bonus from something, I forget. Something gives us a bonus of +2 somewhere along the lines. We're getting our Gunjir legendary ranked up. We're almost up to rank 3, so that'll be good. Get that maxed out. Okay, let's see, who is this? Yahoo. Oh, Mole Man? Sure, we'll take on Mole Man. So I do love his little signature power. That right there, a little swirl around, makes you invulnerable to damage while you're doing that, and it also does some pretty good damage. So let's go pick up all our little bubbles there. Nice little area effect. So being a melee guy, I want to be get in the middle of everything and just use this attack to just hit a bunch of enemies. So hopefully our ability to get spirit back will keep that high enough. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job of it. But I just put that legendary on. I'm not going to waste a bunch of relics and stuff until I get to level 50. So obviously getting up the level made it a little bit slower, but so what we need to do is freeze him with our little flash freeze and then do extra damage. Oh no, we need shatter. That's what we need to do. Damn it. That's right. Which is just a pain in the ass. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. Let's kill a few of these guys here so I'm not getting attacked while we're trying to talk. Might have to go up front. Usually the best thing. So, obviously we want to spend our attacks here and, you know, like this one here, you know, attack them and then have them become frozen. Once they're frozen, we use one of our powers to shatter them. and then we'll get our extra bonus. So I don't know why we have to go through all that just to get the bonus. It should be, you know, if the enemy's frozen, get a bonus. But no, we gotta actually shatter them. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. What I gotta do is hit them enough damage to them that they actually become frozen. Then I gotta use my lance to shatter them. Then we'll get the extra damage. And we'll wait for these guys to stop all their fancy-dancy ultimate powers before we activate our signature power here, so you guys can see that again. It is pretty cool. There it is. There we go. Signature power. Excuse me. So lots of damage. Nice invulnerability. Obviously, invulnerability is great. And so now these guys are all slowed. We can lance them maybe. Shatter one. Oh, that was an awesome shatter. Hey, there's a unique there. Let's grab that unique while we can. Oh, it's over here. There you go. And of course, we got 8-man joining in the party over here, which is always a fun thing. We got a couple storms here, so that's nice. See if we can shatter him, so we can get our bonus. There we go. All right.
Just like I planned.
So, okay, I was going to say, we've got all of our uniques across the board except for our main attack. And so this is a really good find because that is our main attack. We can't upgrade it until level 56, which is okay because we got another one at 56. So we get a couple more upgrades. I did upgrade these to all to level 50 because I didn't want them, or I'm sorry, I upgraded this one and this one to level 50. I didn't upgrade this one because I'm going to be able to just swap that out in a minute. And then we'll be able to replace that, so we'll have all uniques at least level 50 on here, so that's good. Using the Relic of Skyros right now, you know, probably not the best option. And of course, just generic, you know, artifacts that we've had laying around. Nothing special, nothing unique, nothing super cool. River Souls. Again, this isn't a final build or anything, so don't ask about final builds or what kind of build I'm working on. I'm not working on a build. I am just leveling my character up. Once he gets up to level 60, then we'll start looking at specific builds. We'll get specific items for him, min-max him, work on maybe better U-Forged. Obviously, you see we've got nothing in our costume yet. We are just using him to get some cosmic items to level up some of our pets slots. We've upgraded another pet, so we're just using him while he's leveling up, getting lots of purples and blues and greens and everything. We're upgrading our cosmic pets and finding out what kind of affixes we can get to them. See the strength there does him nothing, but I don't really care about that right now. And we're using a team up of Firestar, I believe, right? That's kind of a weird matchup for him, isn't it? Yeah, Firestar. The fire and the ice working together. That's not cool. Alright, we'll get a few more minutes here and see what we can do here. Look at that. See that? That just does so much more damage than our basic attack. Our basic attack, 19 to 28. It's slow. It's got an attack speed of 2.8. I guess that's not too bad. A lot more damage there, plus obviously extra damage after you shatter somebody. Spirit cost isn't too bad. Attack speed 1.4. You know, it's not great. It's not too bad. These frozen blades, I don't like the animation on it. It just takes too long. Let's see if we can. Nope. Can you attack? Can you attack? Nope, I can't just have you attack something. I have to have a monster for you to attack. The animation on this is just too slow. It says, if you look at that, it says it does an attack of 2.9 per second. I don't think it even comes close to that. But, well, if they'd stop. I mean, you can hear how many choo. So, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is 2.9 per second. It just doesn't seem that fast. The animation, I don't know. Just don't like it. So I won't be using it. one way or the other. I've used it all along up to this point, except for the little bit I've been able to use this power. I like this one much better. As far as attacks, melee attacks, he just doesn't have a lot of great melee attacks. He's got some good support melee powers. His little glacial jump, which is kind of cool. That's his glacial jump, although there is a cooldown on it.
Come on, they ain't all that.
Come on, there we go. Jump over there. Boom! Does some pretty good damage. The best thing about that is the glacial jump. Is it immediately applies enemies. Where is it? Each hits those enemy in attack speed by a certain amount, stacking up to 5 times. Enemies with 5 stacks become frozen. So I thought it frozen, but I guess you have to actually hit them enough times to make them frozen with that power. So that might not be as good as I thought it was to begin with. Again, it's mechanics. I understand the point that they want to get some new mechanics in the game, make every character kind of play differently and have different, do this to get bonuses here or whatever, but man, sometimes the mechanics just don't work as good as they sound. In my eyes, anyways. I spend a lot of time playing, so I would say I'm a pretty good judge of... It's kind of almost reminds... Now why is this guy not taking any damage? Look at his health bar. See that? Is I standing too far away from him, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's another one of the glitches with his powers. Could be. Who knows? Yeah, they got to do a much better job of really getting these characters worked out. What I was saying before was, it kind of reminds me of Winter Soldier, which was the last hero that they put out before this guy, just a couple weeks, about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. And Winter Soldier's whole thing is, okay, I have to use a power from over here to get bonuses on my attacks, or I got to use a power from over here to get my bonuses on attacks over here. So with Winter Soldier, actually, let's switch to him really quickly so you know what I'm talking about. Oh, yep. Because he's too high level, I can't switch to him. Anyways, he's got this, like basic attack, or not a basic attack, but he's got to throw like a dagger out and hit somebody to get his ranged attacks to get energized, which makes like no sense whatsoever thematically or anything. So I'm not sure why they did that, other than to make him more difficult to use. Like every once in a while I have to throw out a dagger so I can get bonuses to my ranged attacks. It's the same thing kind of going on here. Instead of giving him bonuses for just, if an enemy has 1 layer of cold on him, 10% extra damage, 2 layers of cold, 3%, 20%, 3 layers, 30%, 4 layers, 40%, 5 layers, 50%. No. I have to actually get him all the way up to level 5, and then I have to shatter him with the shatter power. And then, after all that, then I get bonuses.
Ain't no party like an Iceman party, because an Iceman party don't stop.
It's just like extra work. I guess they do that, and kind of disappointed, because the only reason they do that is because that way they can put more powers in here that make it seem like he's got a lot of cool things. Without the ability to have to shatter, like, I would never use this Arctic Wave, or I would never use Frozen Lands. But because he's got the shatter power in there, I have to choose something that's going to cause him to shatter an enemy. Oh, what are you doing? You're attacking me? Okay. Okay, she's frozen. Now I can lance her. Now I should get the extra damage from this, but you don't... there's like no indication that says, oh yeah, this character's now taking extra damage because of your attacks.
Fine.
Other than I just kicked her butt, but besides that.
Hope you can find someone to sublet your freaky deaky evil lair or whatever.
Oh, looks like we completed our Midtown Patrol for the first time today. That's nice. Get these extra load marks. Oh, just some of the design decisions they've been using recently just make me a little just a little unsure about what the future holds for this. Just the fact that they're releasing heroes a little too, you know, they gotta release them at certain times, but they are, seems like they're rushing them out with a lot of issues and problems. I know Winter Soldier is still bugged. They haven't fixed that yet. It's been, like I said, at least 3 or 4 patches since then, so I'm not sure why. He's still got issues. And if they can't support the heroes they have, why are they releasing more heroes? We are running out of spirit. I have to I'll just use our signature power, kill a lot of them all. While we're doing that, we'll get some spirit back.
You should start praying.
Again, some of the just the wankiness of the heroes. You know, it's like all the other, you know, the heroes that have been out for a while, like say Thor or whoever. You don't have all this. Oh, do A and B to get a bonus, or use this power to get a bonus on your ranged attacks. There's none of that stuff. This makes me a little unsure of all this. I like the fact that there's heroes that are unique and that they will not be, you know, they play differently because of that, but I don't like the fact that they have. They could just take the fact that this guy is made from ice and he freezes enemies to give bonuses to his powers. I mean, that's how simple that could have been, you know. Or just say, you know, when the enemy's hit 5 times and he's frozen, then get this bonus. Something other than make it really, really difficult to get the ultimate shatter bonus going on. And you know, a lot of the trash like this, obviously you're not going to be able to shatter, because by the time you hit them and kill them 5 times, they will be dead. They're not going to be. But not, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a pretty nice character. They'll spend some time fixing him up. Hopefully, oh good, I got that bonus. Hopefully they'll get his powers worked out, and yeah. They spent a lot of time, obviously, on the graphics, because the graphics for him are great. Just love this little ice axe attack, really cool. But I think they should spend less time on the graphics and more time making the heroes playable and understandable, that they're not. Oh, I gotta use this power. Oh, no, wait, I gotta use this power. No, wait, I gotta use this power. Kind of takes the fun out of playing the character when you have to use certain powers. I can't think of any of the original, you know, 20 or 30 heroes or whatever there was that have, like, issues with, oh, I gotta cast this power before I can get bonuses to this power, or anything like that. Ooh, I need this thing so I can give it to my pet. So we're up to 169 and 180, so just a few more. Let's see if we can get us some nice Odin marks. There we go, good. Yeah, so I don't know. I think he'll be alright. I think they'll fix some of the issues. I hope he doesn't just. I think he'll be a lot more popular than Winter Soldier, even though I really like Winter Soldier. But hopefully they'll get all the bugs fixed out. But like I said, man, they just need to stop. They need to hire some more people or whatever to get some more consistency going on. There's just so many bugs now. There's just so many issues. Alright, let's see if we got our ultimate power. First we'll hit our signature power here. And then we'll hit our ultimate power. There we go. And there's it is, one last time for you guys. Doing some pretty good damage. He's not quite as squishy as he used to be.
I'm better at this than I let on.
So that's obviously a good thing. Not quite as squishy. I was dying pretty consistently leveling him up. You know, just from trash too. You know, just from having trash around me. He's really only got like one really good, you know, his signature power. Besides that, he just doesn't do a lot of damage. So I think they need to obviously adjust that. I think the reason he doesn't is because, again, you have to boom, 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 and then lance him, and then get extra damage.
Technically, I have the authority to do what I want.
You see his little Glacial Slam does pretty good. So, I mean, like for example, this is a great example. Ghost Rider. You know, he's kind of got the same mechanic going on where he's got, you know, puts a couple of his Inferno fire damage over time powers on enemies. And when they do, then his other powers get energized up. Okay, so he's kind of got the same thing. Well, Ghost Rider has a power where basically he takes his motorcycle, flies up in the air, comes crashing down, and it puts like 3 damage over time dots on the enemy. And once you have the 3 dots, unlike Iceman here, who needs 5 dots. See, 5 times. It has to be stacked up to 5 times here. 5 times. Everything's 5 times. With Ghost Rider, 3 times. So he's got the little motorcycle, flies up in the air, comes crashing down. Boom, 3 dots on the enemy. Then you cast your Infernal power that gets your bonus, and you're done with it. This one here, you know, again, why doesn't this one just apply like 5 stacks? Boom. Each hit slows movement and attack speed by 10% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. I can't obviously leap through the air 5 times because there's a 6-second cooldown on this. So 5 times 6 would be 30 seconds. So it would take me 30 seconds if I was to use this power to try and get 5 damage over times, which means I can't use this. So I got to use something else, which is why they have all these different powers on his sheet here. Icicle. Ice Slick. Sorry, Ice Slick. Yeah, that's one you got to get up, you know, you can use to start stacking on the enemy. This one you can start using to stack on the enemy 5 times. Ugh. They really need to adjust him. I think, hopefully, I know a lot of complaints in the forums, obviously, about the fact that he come up with 5 broken powers. 5 things aren't working. I guess I shouldn't say there are 5 broken powers, but there are 5 things that are not working right on him. And oops, now we can replace that. That's good. Good. And we can replace this. That's good. Graphic wise, excellent. So we'll see him when we go up to level 60. Won't be too much longer. We are level 56, so a few more levels. Probably put another buff on just to get him done and over with, and then probably won't play him for a little while until they get him working, and then we'll look at him again. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys when we get it up to level 60 here, probably another hour or so. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.